Welcome to Sony Asia Pulse webinar. Today's session powers combine Sony's IP Live and Nevion VideolPath. Hello everyone, this is Thomas in Sony Hong Kong. I'm Sony Switcher Marketing Manager for Asia Pacific region, also in charge of the IP Live technology and business. I'm glad to talk about our Sony Leo LSM product with you, and we will conduct an application demonstration too after the presentation, including the video app as demonstration as well. So let us get started. So Sony's IP Live system will always be like this picture here shows. There will be a SDN network orchestration level, broadcast control level, and on the top, facility management level. These three plans are essential in a complete, big-scale IP broadcast environment. Of course, you can start with a small system with only one plan. It's also okay. Let's take a look at that next page. These are several solutions that we propose to our customers, as you might have already known. Remote production, shared production in facility, insert facilities, or OB vans. Each of these solutions can be built up based on the management layer applications. DO, LSM, and Video iPass. Today, we will give you an online demo of these three applications, and hopefully it brings you to understand more that how the workflow will become in the future IP ecosystem in the broadcast industry. Let us review again our Leo product. Live Element Orchestrator is based on Data Miner Core, which is also a famous product for Skyline communications. Data Miner can support more than 5,500 device models, and so is our Leo. As a facility management application, the drivers can even be developed based on your request. And Leo is also particularly convenient for its customizable user interfaces. Here is Leo's main feature, providing production workflow efficiency and improved system availability. How do they do it? Well, they let you control and monitor every device over the network. And moreover, we could orchestrate a new workflow for the system. Apart from what mentioned here, you will understand more when you see that on the demonstration. Live System Manager LSM is an advanced broadcast controller for ST2110 and MO system. You can connect Sony devices and third-party devices under MO's connection or Sony-owned protocol. LSM provides routing, tally, IP gateway settings, MO's NDCP, NS-bus protocol integration, etc. It is a comprehensive and the most essential broadcast controller in an IP ecosystem. You can easily integrate the LSM with Nevion SDN system based on NS-bus protocols, and both systems will sync each other's information and will sync the information and command automatically. You don't need to do it manually because Sony has already merged Nevion Corporation, and we are doing a lot of close integration as well. Why we have to integrate with SDN? And to our experiences, network orchestration is not an easy thing to for traditional video engineers who can learn immediately. In SDI world, the stream is unidirection. A huge SDI routers may be the center of the production system, but in the IP world, the stream is multi-direction. Several IP switches will form this system, and all the IP traffic should be under a good management. Then these streams could find a better, faster route. Therefore, SDN can maximize your bandwidth utilization and also minimize the network problems. This is why Sony partnered with Nevion to take the advantage of Nevion's strong network professions in the industry. Nevion is also the expert in SDN and video audio over IP network, and well known as glue between broadcast and IT industries. That's why Sony entered a strategic partnership with Nevion since 2019. And now we have more and closer integration between these products. This diagram shows a complete pattern of Sony Leo, LSM, Nevion SDN with Sony products and third-party products. You can see the connection between Leo and LSM device are based on dedicated API, drivers, and SNMP protocol. To realize device configuration and monitoring, LSM uses NDCP protocol to switch Sony devices, or MOS protocol, or TSL protocol to switch and connect third-party devices. And Nevion here also uses MOS IS04, 05 standards, or even drivers to manage the network and endpoints, and also monitor the network devices. It's a complete system concept for an IP production architecture, and each level uses NSBus protocol to connect each other. Of course, Nevion VideolPath will be the main control software to control the IP switches. So this is a complete system concept for an IP production architecture, and you can find our technologies are all based on our international open standards. Okay, let us start the demonstration on Leo LSM VideolPath application. I will also invite Nevion Asia Sales Director Homer to introduce VideolPath application. First, let me switch the share screen. Okay, let us log into Leo. When we log into Leo, we need to use IE browser. And once you log in, you will see the GUI like this. The GUI, the main page, will show the customizable pages. On the right-hand side, there are all network devices informations in different studios, different products, and also you can see if you have different studio information, you can set up different studio over here, or you can separate each studio's page to this kind of functions. On the right hand side, there are different features for data miners core technology and core GUI. And this is a workspace page that you can differentiate your users and operators, or you can use different workspace to show different functions or features to monitor the devices. Okay, and you can go back to the default workspace. And on the default workspace, you can see there are different pages in the center view. And these pages are actually customizable. The first page is the PTP page. The PTP page contains all the PTP information, including Grandmaster, GPS, and network devices. Second page, we set up a network information for all the switches, spies, and the leaf switches. System page, you can see all the connection devices on the network with green light, red light, alarm, or not. Even multi-view are also over here. And then next page is the panel page that we customize the panel page to put into camera, waveform, and also software panels on the page for user to directly control the device. Next page is the signal page. You can upload your signal flow diagram to let the engineer check the stream flows, and also if you want to add some more features, connect you to the device can also be done. And next one, also the IP diagram page for you or for the user to easily check all the IP addresses. Of course, you can upload anything you like based on the visual information. And this is the PDB page. Like we said, the PDB monitoring is very important in the Leo application, starting from GPS to Grandmaster. And once you we click the button, it will show all the Prime Master's information for the delay, for the connection, the status. If there's any alarm, you can also show it on the screen. It's easy to understand, can also be set up your own favorable workflow or terms. Also, I can log into the device by click one button, and you can see the serial number, version of the devices, and also can log into the device web interfaces on the Leo platform. So this is the IP50Y IP gateways web interfaces. This interface can let you log into the IP gateway to do some more detailed settings. Sorry, yeah, let me log in. Okay, now right now when I log in, you can see the system information, account information, also license information for optional features and functions, HDR information. Our Sony IP gateway supports HDR conversion. The color space and OETF starting from 709 2020, SDR to HDR are all supported. And detail conversion quality setting and color correction setting are also available because Sony is very focusing on the quality of the conversion video qualities. Then also you can do the general settings on the Leo platform. So we jump into the main page. So the main page will come back to the PDB monitoring page. And if you want to check the network situation, so the situation you can see leaf switch information. Each port, if it's down or up, connection or not, can also be shown. Once I click the device, it will show the device interfaces information with alarms or without alarms. So the green light, basically there are no alarms. Also, it can show you if it's connected or not. If I go to the system, you can see different device, SPI switch to the leaf switch, CCU, and multi-view. If I check in the multi-view information, you can see all the multi-view connection channels and device information. Then I jump back to the right hand side. You can see different devices on the right hand side. So you can select those devices for different studios if you want to do direct configuration. So now I come into the panel to define the buttons, functions, and configuration. So also I can go to the CCU directly from Leo platform. So basically on the Leo platform, you can see CCU over here and also change the CCU's format from HD to 4K or monitoring status. System configuration for all the CCU parameters can be set up on the Leo platform. So you don't need to jump into the CCU web interface page. Leo already incorporated the CCU's menu inside their platform. So there's a panel page. This panel page is customized by the users. So you can put switcher here, but RCB here, and do some RCB assignment change. Easily change the RCB assignment without recabling. Also change the format of the system without changing the cables or go to the switcher side just by the buttons over here. Of course, this waveform plugin is also supported by the Leo. And the monitor, I click the monitor, I jump into the monitor page. You can see the monitor information. Also, I can change the monitor input right over here. So we jump back to the main page. Then we go to next page is the panel page. This panel page we just introduced. Yes. So the panel here shows the software panel, and we jump to the signal page. Maybe sometimes it takes a while to reload. That depends on the network situation. So maybe wait a little bit. Maybe we jump back to the system page and panel page. So the panel page will come out, it will show up after the network seems okay. Okay. So we come back, you can see the IP gateways information. Now it's a green light, so there is no alarm. And some other devices with different settings, different colors setting can also be set up. So the system diagram with the IP address, you can add up some more features connecting with the alarm or not. All depends on your design. So on the button side, there will be more information. Basically, you can pull out the system to see the alarm. I think it will jump on later. So this is the LSM Live System Manager. So from Leo platform, you can jump into the Live System Manager. We'll also make introduce later. So Live System Manager is the main routing station in the Sony's three uh, management platform, one of the three management platform. So we jump to the, you can see the alarm pan comes up. So we put it back and you can see the routing page of Live LSM. So basically, you can change the cross point, and also dashboard will show the live system manager's connection devices. The metrics also can be set up over here, not just from the LSM platform, also can set it right here. Here shows the network information and data flow. All the data can be checked in the Leo side. So let's get some more information on the right hand side to see some more introduction. So on the top, uh, you can see different workspace. You can change different views. Also, here is the booking service. The booking service can let you book some resources to change the system format based on the time, based on the device information. So here you can set a new booking. The new booking, probably you want to book some, maybe you want to put some systems, 4K or HD, time, start time, end time can set up here. So they will also show you a timeline. You can easily see when is the best time to change the system, and the system will automatically change it for you. You don't need to do any more cabling or configuration on your own. Of course, you need to do it on a prior in advance to save all the profile and settings. And here are some other equipment location information. And the right hand side, the main features profiles also include all the system resources for you to do some more detailed automation scripts to connect some new workflows can also be set up on the Leo side. So once you have a more detailed, complicated workflow need to be done, you can do it there. Sony will also support you. So different workspace can check different views and also jump back to see the PTB system by your desired style. Yeah, these are some more information for the devices, CPU, and some more data information. Okay, so I can have another page to show the demonstration information. Of course, you can also put more information on different page, depends on your workflow. Okay, button side are the alarm information. So this is our live element orchestrator, a simple introduction for you. Okay, so let's jump into our live system manager page. Let me change the share screen. Okay. So, of course, you can log into Live System Manager from Leo, but also you can, if you didn't purchase, you don't purchase Leo, you only purchase OSM. You can log in by the Chrome, and once you log in, all the device information will be on the dashboard. You can see the IP Live System Manager running. Also, NS Bus protocol devices are running. Of course, if you set up a redundant system, you will also have a notification for you. So basically, we have five different main features on the Live System Manager. dashboard, monitoring, system controller, AV router, and maintenance. On the dashboard, all the devices information, connection information can be shown. Uh, Once you click it, this is our IP gateway IP50. You can see the IP address, different boards, serial number, and redundant IP address. Also, if you want to edit it on OSM, we can edit our IP gateway detailedly and all the information network and LAN 1, redundant LAN 2, gateway, and I/O, clean switch, or hit this failover, even the format, all are available for setting up in OSM. And genlock information for PTP or normal genlock, and SNMP agent information also input over here. So if you want to do some more advanced setting, the settings format, mini converter, and format can from HD to 4K. Some of the converter need some licenses. We also show on over here. So also frame sync function can also be supported from HD to 4K. Sync information, phase information, and also test signal can also be set up here. Maintenance information. So these are the detailed advanced settings for the IP gateway. You can log in from the dashboard. Or you can jump into the monitoring page. The monitoring page, you will see the basic topology of the network switches. So here you can see there are two control switch and four primary switch for the leaf and for four leaf switches and primary and secondary. Of course, you click one of the device and one port, you can see each port's detailed information about the error notification, the log, the connection status, the jitters. Some information can also be shown over here. So Live System Manager basically shows more basic information for each network devices because his job is to do the routing. So in the stream flow page, you can show the each signals flow starting from where and destination is where. You can check each stream's starting point and end point. It's very convenient for engineer to check the device, to check the flow, also check the video goes where, the audio goes where, and what kind of information are on the IP gateway, how many signals are inside this fiber. So these are the monitoring page functions. Next, the most important page for the routing. So routing page, you can set up different routing metrics. The metrics can start it from 4K to HD or the video, audio, or different devices belong to different departments can also be set up based on your setting. So once you set up, you can also see the tally light. I think we need some connections. So they were here. You can see the tally lights, also the virtual devices to set up over here. Or you can set up different sabo mode for the different buttons. The buttons can trigger all the different cross points snapshot. You can change it at one time. You don't need to change it one by one. Or it depends on your change mode. You can change your cross point layout based on your actual workflow. Or here there are different alias name. You can put different names for the different devices in for different department. Or you can lock the cross point page, or inhibit certain destination. Do not let people to switch the destination, or to lock the protection of the destination devices. So this is the routing page. Routing page also include some of the settings. The settings include the tally and NS bus information. And the tally information, our tally master right now is our switcher control unit. So you can see the green tally, yellow tally, and red tally right up here. All set up each devices. So these are the multi views. So also we set up the multi view, and HDC 3500 is our camera. Also support the UMD protocol tally. UMB setting, you can change the name over here, destination, change the group name or alliance name, tally number, tally group can also be set up here. So NS device. So NS is a protocol that Sony connect used to connect to the other Sony devices or SDN devices. So you can see the panel information. Also our Leo is right over here, and video iPads. They are all based on the NSBus protocol. AV router is a detailed page for all the network devices. So you can see the name, connection, genlock information, and some other detailed serial number and device information. If you want to edit the device, you can also jump in from here. And this is the switcher's IP board. The IP board, you can see the format, video, audio, metadata, and advanced setting over here, and the I/O of each I/O port of every device's information, including IP address, multicast address, and device name, how many ports are there in these devices, audio, video, metadata, all this detailed information will be shown over here. And network will show a bit more information about the MAC address and link speed and default gateway, all this kind of network information. And genlock and will show grandmaster ID or the PTV master ID to let you confirm if the system of the device are connected to the right grandmaster PTP. On the right hand side are also the detailed information for the genlock. So this is the AV router, and maintenance includes the license information and the connection information. So license, backup, log, Dante information, license information will let you know the activity date, initial date, or expiry date. And MOS information, RDS server are also inputted right over here. So this is the basic introduction for LSM. So now you have seen Leo, LSM. So let's move on to the video iPads later to let you understand the 3 planes control for all our systems. Okay, so this is Live System Manager. Let me switch the screen again. So let's move on to the VIP video iPads demo.
Hello everyone, this is Homer Ho from Nevion. I am delighted to give you a very brief demo on Nevion Video iPath software. To start with, let's start with a very simple introduction. Nevion Video iPath, as you see here, is the user GUI. The GUI actually can run directly from any standard web browser without the use of any plugin. This enables the operator to easily access the UI from any location without depending on any specific client-side installation. The UI is divided in several apps, and each app here have a very clearly defined purpose. The apps can be filtered by security rules to allow the operator to only see relevant apps for his or her workflow. As you see here, the apps are actually divided into 3 different areas. The first part is called the service fulfillment. The service fulfillment actually included a group of apps that allow the operator to pen or provision services across media logs and the network fabric. The second part is called service assurance. All the apps under this group actually is the process for monitoring devices and assessing potential service level impact in order to allow the operator to focus mainly on issues that may affect the operation. Service configuration. Those apps are administration and engineering interface to assist with the setup, maintenance, and adaptation of the services. I will show in the following session, I will show you several apps just to show you some key function of the system. The first one I'm going to show you is the Connect app. The Connect app actually showing the source and the destination in a table view. This is one of the standard way to make the connection. As usual, you select the source and then you select the destination. If you are going to make multiple connection, and then now you have to start when you are going to start that connection. You can start it now or start it based on a schedule. You press the schedule and then you can select the day and the start time. After this is done, you have to decide whether this connection is permanent or it will be finished in a specific duration. If it is permanent, you select the infinity sign here. If this connection will be expired on a specific day and time, so you specify the day and time here. After that, you can press select to trigger the connection. So this is the standard way. Okay. In VideolPath, we provide multiple ways to make the connection. So some customer, for broadcast customer, they may be more get used to the matrix form to make the connection. And that's why there is a matrix app. In the matrix app, the source and destination are presented in a matrix XY view. It facilitates the broadcast operator to select the source and the appropriate destination. So you can select any source and destination, press the button, and when you are decided, you can go ahead to press connect. For some customer, they are more preferred for some kind of a servo or socket operation. We also have a software control panel. The software control panel allows the customer to decide different layout for different workflow. In this example, you will see when I enable the panel, on the destination group and the source group, they are grouped under different studio, gallery, and payout. So for example, if I select studio, so you will see the destination to different studio, and then I can select different source to different studio. So you select the source, and then you can either disconnect or you can lock the connection. So that software panel is totally customizable. For 2110 operation, we have another new app we call the Connection Studio. Okay. The reason why we have it is because when you are doing 2110, normally when you do a connection, you are actually doing multiple connections at the same time. For example, if there is a camera, besides sending the camera video itself, you may also want to send out the camera audio for intercom or the microphone, things like that. And you probably also need to send out the ancillary data at the same time. So that's why the Connect Studio allow you to do this all in one. So we have you can pre-define different groups. So when you send the signal, you can just select that group and then you send it to another destination group. So when you start the connection, then you will have something like this. You are just doing a single connection, but in fact, you are doing all the predefined connection required at once. Okay. It will streamline the 2110 workflow. So after showing you how to do the connection, then we are going to the service assurance part. In the service assurance part, there are several apps. They can do the same thing, but from different perspectives. One of the key things I will show you is the Service Monitor app. The Service Monitor app, what it does is it shows you all the available connection in the system, and when you select any one of them, as we mentioned before, the VideolPath is a SDN. It will decide the path by itself. So in this case, if you select any connection, you will see the whole end-to-end video delivery path from source to destination and all the path that it has go through. The path actually will show you all the looks and devices, and all the devices actually will be labeled with a color. We use an idea like a traffic light. So if you see everything is green, then of course the whole everything is fine. And if any part have problem, it may be highlighted with red color showing as a error or yellow color showing as a warning. So in this example, the connection does not work because as you see here, we actually have some problem in both main and spine leaf. So this is a very easy way for the operator when they get some email alert for error. They can go strictly into this service monitor GUI, select the appropriate services, and then it can see the situation of the whole delivery path. So this is the key points. Another key things I would like to show you is about the system configuration. Okay, the topology app actually allow the operator to configure the whole network topology. As you see here, this is an example. We have several leaf switch connecting to a multiple spine switch. One of the things I would like to show you is about how easy to specify the bandwidth management between the main trunk. In this example, you see here there is the spine switch and the leaf switch, and they have a connection here. So I can select the connection, and now I would like to perform some bandwidth management. So in this case, when you go into the configuration menu, you will see multiple entries here. For example, I have a bandwidth capacity, so I can specify the bandwidth here in this case. Okay. Whether this is a 10 gig trunk or if this is a WAN connection, even though this is a 10 gig trunk, but probably I may only have 1 gig bandwidth, and then in this case I can specify 1 gig here. Okay. You can also specify something that we call the redundancy mode. You may have two sites connected and then these two sites have two links. If you select any, then any link can be a main and spare. But sometimes you may prefer one link maybe always be a main part and the other link may always be the spare. Then in this case you can specify the redundancy mode here, whether this is only main or only spare. Or if you want the system to choose it, then you can use any. Okay. So as you see here, this one is very flexible and very simple to do, and it does not require some very complicated network configuration on the switch. So this is the end of the very brief introduction.